And now it is exactly 46 days before we enter 2024. And I can tell you what, 2023, we're still hitting the ground running when it comes to sporting activities. Hello and welcome for your Thursday edition of Temidlalo. A couple of things to take center stage, of course. Once again, your host, Fabrice Msonera. We look at some of the things that did, highlight your weekend, including basketball. Today we'll have some special guests from Eswatini Basketball Association to look at, since the new executive in Ghana office, what can we expect from them? What are some of the issues that they are looking to take on since now they are entering the office? Remember, basketball in terms of the league, they are very, 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 very quiet. So we hear from the association who currently are running some of the games, varsity games, what is happening competition-wise, what's happening. So we get a chance from some of the senior officials from the association. Otherwise, we touch base with other sporting codes. Netball is back. They are, busy. Every weekend I think we've seen competitions from B division to A division. So this past weekend, as you can see on your screens, these are some of the games that played at Olympia Africa Lubamba from the A division. So we hear also what was unfolding on the day. Otherwise, other sporting codes that were quite active includes tech ball. Tech ball is also one of the sporting codes that would say over the weekend, some of the remaining games, one would say it was a chance to play some games in hand. So we hear from the officials of the federation what was unfolding at the Olympia Africa Lubamba. Otherwise, it was a chance also for you. You've been asking yourself, this is 2023, we're almost at the end. You're wondering that can we talk about also some of other new sporting codes? Now they call them indigenous sporting codes. We hear what are those sporting codes? What's been happening? Are they now affiliated with sporting codes? These are some of the sports. Labasati Eswatini, Skurumangabo, Mlabalaba, and other sporting codes. We touch on them and how are they now coming to be affiliated amongst other sporting codes, including, of course, the biggest debate of other sporting codes. Cricket, let's not forget them. Over the weekend, they had competitions, they had games, at Marikens Country Club, the usual ground. There were activities with touch base and hear what the clubs and some of the teams had to say about the games that played for this past weekend. And the biggest, of course, moment of the evening is the discussion with our in-house analyst, Ndadla Mini, Sitang Semnigati, already in Bombera in the Republic of South Africa to take part of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. They've got two games against Libya and Cape Verde, respectively. Libya tomorrow on Friday. We touch on how the preparations so far are going, and on Cape Verde, they play Cape Verde on Tuesday, and also we want to see how those two games will be going for the country. Otherwise, that's how the show is going to be. Just don't go anywhere, because as you can know, we always have a way for you to watch us. Different platforms, be it YouTube, be it on other social media, be it Facebook, or through your school channel, wherever you are at home in different parts of the country. Now, before I introduce the guests, because they're already in the studio, let's just take a short break. A few things to adjust. When they come back, they'll be in the studio to let you know why they're here. Why can they introduce themselves now, after the break.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you. Moving no direction, like it's a calling.
Now, back with you, of course, Eswatini TV Sports. We're bringing you the Temidlalo edition on a Thursday. Now, joined by the two guests from the Eswatini Basketball Federation. They are part of the new executive that has taken office now, looking to take the sport to the next level. We hear some of the obligations and what are they looking to change in what's happening in the current. Alongside me, far from the corner, there is competitions manager, should I competition manager, Mr. Mkachwa, and then there's also the treasurer. So in terms of what's happening, in terms of figures of the association, he's well versed, Mr. Bayanda. Now, let's talk about the association itself. Welcome in the studio. It's your first time, but feel free, feel at home. Just tell us about what you want to know. Mr. Office, you've taken charge, starting our treasurer. What's at stake now? What are you trying to do about the sport? You find a lot of things now, a lot of things are happening, no competitions and everything, but now you've got the new chance now, a new brand day now in your office. You want to change the sport, you want to change how things are going. Just tell us about your objectives and everything, starting from your treasurer. And maybe just highlight for those who don't know, who is leading the association, who is the president, who is the vice president, and the secretary general, just to let us know where are you standing as an association.
All right. No, thank you very much, Fabrice. Firstly, would like to thank our affiliates for having the faith in us and voting us into office. So currently the structure of the association is led by Mr. Clement Lamini, who's our president. And then we have Mr. Spiso Mota as our vice president. We have Ms. Pilile Mavimbela, Smelane Mavimbela, our secretary general. Mbayanda Malinsisa, the treasurer.
Who is you, yes?
Then we have Tandom Kacha, our head of competition. Mr. Martin Samwamba, our head of coaching. Mr. Sfiso Ndlovu, our head of Samgel Siwe Ndlangamandla, sports and inclusion. Then we have Ms. Nolwazi Ngwenyama, who is our gender equity officer. So that is currently the structure of how the association is made up.
But I just got in the office as an association. What did you find? How, when you just got in, I don't know if there are positives or mess. So it's either positive or mess. What did you find?
Okay, the association is still, I'll say, has a lot of structural things to correct. So with the COVID things, it also didn't allow us to have continuity with what we'd already started. So that was because we didn't have a lot of set structures. So what we're trying to do now is build up structures that will allow for the development of the sport. So we're looking at mostly the younger crop of players right now to see how we can harness them. I mean, a lot of these players are talented. They are taller than us. They're bigger than us. So they have everything it takes to actually put Swaziland on the map. So our goal is to harness those ones, expose them as much as possible, and bring them to the world.
Mr. Tandom Kacha, the head of competitions, we know that he touched on talent. In Maswati, we believe when it comes to sporting activities, one of the talented and gifted countries on the continent. How true is that if you look at maybe the material that we have and we cannot be able to use it because there is lack of sponsorships, there's lack of competitions. We do have academies, but competitions have been so far a problem.
Yeah, well, to answer your first question about the talent, there's a lot of talent in Swaziland. Not only there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of facilities. When you actually compare Swaziland to other countries in the Southern African region, we relatively have quite a number of facilities. I think the challenge labor will connect between having players access those facilities on a much frequent basis. In that way, then it would be possible to actually get more younger people active within the sport. We are trying to push competition, as he has mentioned. We didn't have competition that was structured from the time that COVID and the aftermath of COVID had begun. Very, very few competitions were in place. But with us having come into the office since about August, we've actually pushed about 4 or 5 competitions in this year alone.
Just highlight them for the sake of the viewer. The competitions that so far you've pushed.
That have been there.
Yeah.
Well, the one that I will start with, which was a joint partnership with the previous executive, was the trade fair competition.
Yes.
And then right now we're currently running a wheelchair basketball tournament.
Yes.
It's got about 4 or 5 rounds in it, which is actually sponsored by Mula Sport. We also have a summer league for the women, which is also sponsored by
One played at
Motorsport.
Coronation Park, yes.
Yes, playing at the Coronation Park. Both of those different leagues are playing at the Coronation Park. We also have the UBL, which is also continuing down in Matapa at the university. And then we also have a tournament that will be happening on the 1st and 2nd weekend of December. We are going on the first weekend, on the 2nd and the 3rd of December, we'll be having international teams coming from outside to actually help us push the talent in the country, the competition in the country, especially because there's been such a long hiatus. And then the following weekend, which is the 9th and the 10th, we're going to be having all our local teams playing in that one.
Bayant, I'm happy with what he's giving me in terms of competitions, but for the sake of the viewer, when you talk about competition, each country in every sporting code, if you don't have a league, then we can still just point fingers to say something is lacking. We still don't have a league. I'm happy. Development programs, I'm hearing what he's picking up from varsity games, all those games he's picking up, but we don't have a league. For now, how long? 3 to 4 years? Now, that's not his side. It's supposed to be now where you feature in so much. As a treasurer, are the negotiations ongoing with different sponsors? You might not tell us who are the sponsors, but are you discussing potential sponsors to see the league kicking off soon?
We definitely are. I mean, that is part of what our presidents are doing on their portfolio, making sure we get a sponsor that is suitable, that will allow us to run a national league. Also, I think it's important to distinguish that we have leagues, we can have leagues that go on, but I think what you're referring to is more of a national league. So we are allowing for competitions to run in between, because as long as players continue playing, that is what our mandate is. Make players play as much as possible. So the competitions will be there, the tournaments, the UPL, which is a league of sort, but at the same time, we are trying to find a way to sponsor a national league right now, because obviously that's what everyone looks forward to.
All right, quick 2 questions before I'll come back to you. But to you, Mr. Mkachwa, the competitions, the men in charge of competitions, we have a problem of always believing that when you talk about basketball, these so-called, very innovative sporting codes, singacabangi mbabane manzini corridor nike nayo inilavumisa ukuhlula ukuthi bakhona labamvana labatsanza ukudlala basketball, because I want to believe there is talent. Sike sayini esikwe kuhlola ukuthi ikhona iground le basketball. This is maybe an assignment you are still to go, but let's not believe that the players are only within Babane Manzini corridor.
That's a very good question. Thank you for that one. Part of our plan as the new executive, it is something that we have done, which is do research across the country in terms of a facility like one, money actually around the country. We were surprised as well. I've been playing basketball for a long time, but as you are right, basketball has been in the corridor ya Babane Manzini. So having been in the office, we have discovered that there are a lot of facilities that are there. There are actually a lot of schools that play basketball across the country. It's about 16 schools, 16 to 21 schools that play basketball, high schools that play basketball throughout the whole country. So basketball will be decentralized. Singasithembisa sive ukuthi basketball iyawuphuma kaMbabane Manzini iyawugcwala live by the end of our tenure of 4 years.
Treasurer, before I let you go, we're in a very, very bumper shot. I think you've seen the line of guests in the studio. Let's talk about in terms of discipline. I think as sports fraternity, to see the sports being dragged into court cases and everything. I don't want to get into the details, but the association was at some point in court for some specific reasons. Are you ensuring that maybe for the next 4 years we won't have issues? I don't want to talk about what happened, who was involved, but the fact that you were in court, just now, that's not fair play when it comes to basketball. How are you going to ensure discipline and maybe avoid competition within officials within the association? Before I let you
All right. I think
let's not use the word court. Maybe let's say DC, disciplinary.
Right. No, it's a fair point, and as I alluded to earlier, that what we are trying to do is set up fixed structures that will be there for a very long time. And part of that is reviewing some of the policies we have, including our constitution and other internal policies that are under review. That is what will govern how the sport is being managed, and therefore make it easier for that not to happen and build controls around that. Okay. So that is the focus for our tenure. It's in development and setting up the structures so that the sport can continue for many more years to come.
Now, Kacha, as usivalelisa, give us a promise. This is end of November. We can say it's end of November.
Yeah.
When can we expect the league to start? He's
the
talked about
National
sponsorship, the National League. So ngasho ukuthi kutawuta sponsor bani, but when can we expect? Now it's in November next month. It's next year. It's fine.
No.
Now it's in March next year. It's fine. Just give us a deadline that you cannot exceed or go beyond without National League.
Yeah, we won't exceed April before the National League.
Next year?
Yes.
You've heard it
2024.
for the first time on Eswatini TV. Before the end of April 2024,
Yeah.
Eswatini Basketball Association would have the National League. Now, I'm tempted to ask one question before I let you go.
I'd also like to say
Yes.
just one announcement.
Yes, make the announcement.
All right, so next week as an association, we are hosting a basketball indaba. So all stakeholders interested in the sport, whether it's players, coaches, schools, officials, media, everyone who has an interest in the sport can come through so we can have a dialogue and discuss around ways to build the sport going forward during our term so we all move together.
Thank you very much for your time. And I think that also brings me to the same question that I wanted to ask you about the announcement that you wanted to make. Thank you very much for your time. And I want to believe before the end of April, we'll have the National League, and you want to ensure that discipline is installed and everything that you want to do as an association. We wish you the best for the next 4 years. A short break. When we come back, there's actually special guests all the way from the United Kingdom talking about chess. Where are we standing as a country when it comes to chess after this?
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. Been alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, yeah. You don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just on this.
What do you think the best part of traveling is? Is it the food, or is it the conversation, or is it the sights and sound? If you're ready to explore, we are ready to show you the best way how. We'll give you access to the best luxury getaway sites in the Kingdom of Eswatini, and of course show you vacation sites that suit your budget, because you do not need a lot of money to actually have a great time. Join us on the next adventure on Buhle Bethu, only on Eswatini TV.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Eswatini Lifestyle is all about inspiration, drive, and swag. Eswatini Lifestyle is informative and fun while covering all aspects of life, be it people, places, and trends in the kingdom of Eswatini. We got you covered. The focus is on the quality of life. Eswatini Lifestyle will spark your interest. Catch Eswatini Lifestyle every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on Eswatini TV, Simbugo Semaswala.
Beautiful stuff. We're back to you, Eswatini TV, and this is Temidlalo. Now, this special occasion, it comes, one would say, once in a lifetime. I think I've had a chance to sit here and speak to Olympic, people who have won medals during the Olympic Games, but the next guest in the company of the president of the local association is just going to blow your mind. Now, this is chess. We're talking about chess, Eswatini chess. Now, we've been able to host a chess legend by the name of Grandmaster Nigel Short. He's, director or member of the International Chess Federation all the way from the United Kingdom. Alongside him, he's in the company of Eswatini Chess Federation President Dumsani Msibi. Mr. Short, Nigel Short, good evening once again. Welcome to the Kingdom of Eswatini, and precisely welcome to Eswatini TV.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Yes, you're in the company of the president, of course, Mr. Msibi, and I'm sure he's told you a lot about the country and what you love about the Kingdom of Eswatini. But let's talk about you personally as a chess player and as a chess legend. As we can see, there's a chess board in front of you. But when we talk about Mr. Nigel Short, you personally, who are you? How long have you been in the sport? Where have you competed in terms of international?
I'll try and be as brief as possible. So I started playing chess at the age of 5, something like that. I became an international master, which is the second highest title.
All right, Mr. Short, just for the benefits of the viewers, I've been requested just to take a short break. I think there's something we're working on as a TV station. When you live, there's a lot of things that are happening in the background. So we want to make sure that once people get to see what you're saying, or once they get a chance to hear what you're saying, they are going to be so much excited. A short break. On a comeback, Mr. Short, Nigel Short, is going to tell you more about himself. Why is he in the kingdom? How long has he been in the sport? Beg your pardon. After this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. Feel alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, yeah. You don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just on this.
Now, you're still with us, Eswatini TV, and this is Temidlalo. We're talking about different sporting codes. Right now, we've got a special guest all the way from the United Kingdom, talking about chess. He's a legend in the sport, Mr. Grandmaster Nigel Short. Nigel, I know you want to go to the details on when you started playing the sport, but maybe just in the interest of time, let's talk about when you started now playing at the highest level, where you've played in terms of Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games. Yes,
just briefly, I'm a former World Championship finalist. I played the final against Garry Kasparov 30 years ago. Now I'm a 3 times Commonwealth champion. I have won more than 70 international tournaments. In fact, I've won another international tournament in the last week in Windhoek in Namibia. And I am the only chess player in history to win tournaments in 6 continents.
Can you please repeat that?
I'm
because
the only,
maybe for the sake of the viewers,
only
you've done what?
Only chess player in history to win tournaments in 6 continents. So the penguins have eluded me. The penguins in Antarctica. So I've not won any tournament there. I've never been there, actually.
Now, can you just, for the sake of the viewer, President Mr. Msibi, he's not lying, because I didn't even go on social media or anything. I just went to Google and typed. I typed, I just Grandmaster Nigel Short. He says they say he's won a couple of titles. At the age, before the age of 50, we talk about some of the countries that he's played it, talk about China and all those countries, and they're actually highlighting him as a reference to some of the rules. If they are to invent new rules in the sport, he can be a participant to say this rule can be implemented based on his, experience. Msibi, having a guest, the United Kingdom, about the sport, personally as a president, Nazi as an association.
Personally, as a president, I'm honored to be in the eceleni kwa Grandmaster Nigel Short, and for us as an association, it's a gold mine, especially because for the young, they'll be inspired to know that actually it does not end here. There are higher places to go, and they can see a grandmaster in the flesh. And we are also happy that we are going to, as an association, be able to engage the grandmaster in helping us with setting up the federation for other programs such as chess in schools. We are hoping that they will be able to negotiate with the necessary officials so that chess can be implemented in schools.
Now, I didn't ask you this, Mr. Nigel Short, but you've got 3 names, Grandmaster Nigel Short. I didn't ask you, but I have a feeling that Grandmaster, Grandmaster sounds like a title,
It's a
like
title.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Correct.
It's Alex Ferguson, but Sir because of the achievement.
Yeah.
Did Grandmaster as a name become your title for the achievement?
Well, it's a chess title. It's the highest title in chess, apart from world champion.
Yes. So if we were to describe you as a football player, you've won more than 5 Ballon d'Ors. You are the Lionel Messi of the
Well,
chess.
it's not quite. I'm not quite that good, but I am very well known indeed internationally.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've paid us a visit to many Eswatini who are watching us right now. They are wondering, yes, Nadia Short, as one of the legend in the sport, is in the country. There's nothing wrong for you to visit us. If it's anything, actually, we're very glad. Why are you visiting us? What's the occasion?
Well, since last year, I have been. I was appointed as the director for chess development in the International Chess Federation. FIDE is the name, and my responsibility is to assist some of the smaller federations. So I'm here on a tour of Southern Africa. So I began in Namibia. I'm here in Eswatini, and I will go to Lesotho. So it's a short tour of three countries, and we're going to have some discussions. Not all the federations are the same. There are always differences, and we are going to discuss how best to move forward and to popularize the game in the country. One thing I can say, maybe it's not very well known, but chess is actually one of the largest sports in the world. The FIDE is it's behind football, it's behind basketball, it's behind table tennis, but it's right up there. We have 200 member federations.
In the world.
Makes us much bigger than, for example, cricket. Much bigger, and there are literally hundreds of millions of players worldwide. So it's becoming increasingly popular in Africa. We have 50 federations in Africa. Only 4 are outside: Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Benin, and also Congo-Brazzaville. They're the only 4 countries that don't have chess federations. And chess will be in the African Games in March of next year. And I am still hopeful that Eswatini will be able to participate in the African Games in Ghana next year.
Yes, Dumsan, President, before I give you something maybe to highlight on his visit and where you're looking to benefit from his official visit, Mr. Nadia Short, that's just to show you how also we're doing well as a country. I don't know if Mr. Msibi shared this information with you, but last year we won a gold medal at the Olympiad Games in India, our national women national team. And that, from the research I was doing, actually, it moved us from rankings were 36 in Africa. Now we're ranked 12 in Africa, where Egypt are #1. So this is the country we are visiting. So we're progressing as a country. We're number 12 in Africa in terms of rankings when it comes to chess. So we're progressing. Dumsan, ukona Mr. Nadia Short, he's in the country. Maybe tasichazela ukuthi ukhona for isikhathi esinganani, but asekhona lapha even ngitiphi maybe tinhlelo nibuka ukuthi utawuzama ukuthi tuthufikisa. Where is he going to visit schools and everything? What is isikhathi lesifishane taba lapha even?
Okay, thank you very much. See, we are trying, like I mentioned, Grandmaster, we are going to utilize lokufika kwakhe la. So basically, tomorrow we are going to talk about educators, talk with them, bonisane ngokuthi singa implementa kanjani chess in schools program. We are then going to visit Emma clubs to see how our training methods and stuff like that, and inspire Emma players. We are then going to, he's going to then have a talk with senior players and then do a simultaneous tournament, which we are hoping you will cover involving 20 players. We are hoping that that will also help to promote the sport so that many people can see that how the sport can be played. Yes.
In the interest of time, Mr. Nigel Short, I had wished that we could just stay long and talk. But before I let you go, I just want you to tell me briefly, where do you think we can reach as a country? And I think maybe you've read a little bit of information about us as a country when it comes to chess. Do we have that potential? Maybe it's early to say you've seen the potential, but do we have that potential to excel in the sport? And maybe on a lighter note, sorry to cut you, on a lighter note, tell us about, just since you got in the country, what you liked, the beauty about the kingdom, what you like about the country. Yes.
It's actually not my first time here. I was here in 2017,
Yes,
so I do have a little bit of familiarity with the country. So I just came in actually from Cape Town today. So and we were at the British High Commissioner's residence because it's King Charles's birthday party.
Yes,
and. There were a lot of dignitaries there, including the Prime Minister. We've come from there, and it's been a very good opportunity to meet and to talk to various people from different backgrounds, potential sponsors as well. So, look, I think. The standards could be higher in this country, but I am an optimist, and I think there's room for improvements, and actually quite rapid improvement if the right policies are put in place. So I think there's work to be done, and I look at that as a challenge rather than anything else. So, I'm delighted to be here, and we will be working together over the coming days.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nigel Short. We are so much grateful for your presence in the kingdom. We know that as you stay in the country, we interact and getting enough time to get also some of the knowledge in coming to talk about the sport and how you're going to impact these young, talented chess players in the country. And Mr. President, I know this is your chance also to shine. Show them what the country can do. Show Mr. Nigel Short where we're standing as a country. And we're hoping that before he leaves, there's a lot that other countries are going to be talking about us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short break. When we come back, I'll be in the company of our in-house analyst, Linda Dlamini, who is just in the corridors of this house. We'll talk about other sporting codes that also will be happening this coming weekend, and that some of the sporting codes that took place over the past weekend, including the national team, Sihlangu Samnigati.
What's up? Black Friday savings start now with the Spar Black Friday early sale. Reward yourself with prices you can't miss on more products you love. Like Spar Long Life Milk 6-pack for just $84.99 and Spar Margarine Brick, buy 2 for only 35 emalangeni. It's the Spar Black Friday early sale from 16 to 19 November 2023. Only at Spar.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Eswatini TV Sports, and I'm joined by our in-house analyst Ndadlamini Nguvusele Sibali.
Ngiyabonga Sibalomi kumukele ehlelweni lakho ngekutithuba lokukhuluma ngivusela loyal viewer mbukelo Eswatini TV lothanza Temidlalo tonke letendekako lapha ekhaya eSwatini nangaphandle kwakuleli njengoba sibonile iCricket World Cup lechubeka ke eveni laseNdiya likhetho lesive laseNingizimu Afrika Proteas seliphumile Australia selichubekele finals sekuyoba India Australia kumanqamu.
Sakhuluma ngeCricket Master, kunema games bekadlala ngeweekend la kangwani in terms of our local cricket, in terms of the sport. Malkens Country Club. Bekwendekani Master? Just give us the intel.
Yes Fabrice, esikhatsini lesingetulu kwetinyanga letine kwasukunyiswa ngalokusemthethweni imidlalo we-EMP Cricket League lapho khona bekudlala ngeformat lehlukile ngendlela lehlukile. Siyathi ke Fabrice ukuthi sikhuluma ngeWorld Cup kudlala ema-overs lang-60 bese kuba nabo T20 la kutawudlala khona ema-overs lang-20 kodwa lena Fabrice le EBM Cricket League beyidlala ema-overs lang-10 shothi bekuyi T10 imvo lengavami kwangena ke Fabrice kwangena ama-sponsors langetulu kwa-15 asponsorisha yona le Cricket League le ngemali engetulu kwa-200,000 lokusho ukuthi bekuqala ukuthi umgcuzelwano wemidlalo wekhilikithi lapha ekhaya usekelwe ngemali engetulu kwa-200,000 bekudlala ke ngembelosomvo kudlala emanqamu lapho khona bekudlala licembu leRotania likudlala nelicembu leMalkens Cricket Club lokusho ukuthi MCC Malkens idlala neRCC Rotania yaqala ke yona ingasho ukuthi iRotania yaqala yafilter yasiyalandzela yona Malkens but now ubuka nje Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi iweather bebavuma yes belinile ngayitolo sobonga gatsa ukuthi le surface mhlambe ingabi friendly but bakhona ukuthi ba manage yagcina iwinile ke yona iMalkens Country Club yona le EBM Cricket League ngama wickets lengasho ukuthi asikhombisa 7 wickets lokusho ukuthi ba ma champions bahambe ekhaya nemali nge-20,000 emalangeni kwathi yona iRotania yathola imali nge-10,000 emalangeni.
Now, talking about the winners, let's hear from the winners after winning the 20,000 Malangeni that Dlamini just mentioned. How was the excitement?
The feeling is good. We've worked very hard to try to get to where we are. The guys had a very, very good season. We had a couple of new players come into our team. They performed very, very well. They fitted into our team seamlessly. We feel very, very happy that we've come away with the win. So we just managed to do everything slightly better. We would field slightly better. We'd bat slightly better. And this game is a game of small margins. You just drop one catch, that guy goes on to make big runs. Small mistakes can cost you in this game, and luckily we didn't make any.
Now, talking about sporting courses that were taking place over the weekend, netball as a sport, also they had the A division games that played at the Olympia Africa Lobamba. Let's just maybe some of the reactions coming from the team, and we'll maybe have discussion based on the comments made by some of the teams over the weekend, including association members.
sithandza kwatisa babukela ukuthi ema-games aka-netball achubeka kahle, siyajabula. Yebo kona sike saba nema-hiccups there and there, but nje siyabona ukuthi cha ungathi seyikhona i-progress nekwatisa nje sive ukuthi ka-netball this time around sinawo ema-teams lamasha njengaloku nawe ubona lawa latawudlala nje nyalo ngama-teams lamasha iMankayane ibuya eMankayane yi-Bob Stars ibuya kaManzini solo sizama ukudevelopa nekwenta ukuthi i-netball yethu inabe. Sinayo ne-team i-Western Blue lebuya esithobelweni lokusho kona ukuthi kukhona imitamo lesiyendako ukuthi i-netball ifike kuto tonke tinkhalo telive. Nasibuka nabo with time batawukhona kubamba lizinga lekudlala because lenye i-challenge vele lesibenayo kakhulu ukuthi ngekwalama rules bekufuna ukuthi lama teams ngama regions ngabe ngiwo ongela khona la, but labanye ke bese sebakhala ngako ukuthi bonsumbulwane abekho kahle because lamanye anakwa abantu from their own pockets lokwenda kube likhunyanyana, but ke sibese sesiyavula ukuthi loyo lotiva anemandla ukuthi angakhona kutodlala i-netball ka-elite akabuya joyine. Ngiko ke namhla sinale team nje lesibita ngekuthi i-Bob Stars. Kukhona lesikuzamako kuba hlangabeda lawo ma-teams esibonako ukuthi akhashanyana because ekugcineni kwako konke sifuna kubona i-netball isabalale nalo lonke live. Ikhona vele i-team lengaketi but sizamile kubathinza babamvu labathide bacabathi batawugcina bafikile because nale playing format yethu this time around siyishintshile sende ukuthi lama teams angasuka umuntu ukhashana todlala igaming, so le team nayifikile nje la ifuna at most idlale ama-games amabili, but ke njengaloku sisho siyethemba because ngito nato letinvo lesizama ukuthi ilungisa ukuthi it's about playing lokudlala lokumcoka nekubona lithalenta kubo bonke bantwana. So siyacabanga ukuthi mhlambe nabo batawugcina bafikile kusijabulisi kubona i-team ita lenye ingedi akusibeki kahle nathi siba ka-netball.
Now, it's loud and clear from Bongiwe Gamedze, the SG of the association. It's clear we cannot highlight more. Now, let's talk about Tekball because it's another sporting cause over the weekend. They had some remaining games that were outstanding. One would say games in hand. So let's hear also from the officials, competitions officials. What do they have to say about the games that play over the weekend? Tekball Federation.
Federation besidlalisa imidlalo ye league yethu lekungu round 7 na round 8. Ezinikhumbula ekulenyanga lephelile sihlulekile kudlala round 7 ngekuthi besibhizi ngema World Championship qualifiers silungiselela leyo team letawuhamba isimelele eThailand. So namuhla ke sidecide ukudlala lo round 7 na round 8 kanye kanye. So kule league yethu sidlalisa ama-singles, men's doubles, nema-mixed doubles. So lo fika abe ngu number 1, 2, 3 ngale uphole ama-points. So lokuqaleke lo mnyaka lama teams ayawa accumulate lama points. Kutawuthi ke ngaDecember masidlala le round yethu yekugcina. Sibone ukuthi ngwaphi kulama team labeka soladlala solokuqala umnyaka lapho le lama points lamaningi. So isebenza nje njenge league le normal.
League obviously sicale saba slow improvement yange kuya ezesathola game time isichubeke improvement yange bangconywana each and every game we are learning something siyachubeka siya improve hoping ukuthi in the future sitawuchubeka sibe ngcono sachubeka sisadlala.
Now, the two associations have highlighted nothing much to say. Being netball and tekball, they were playing games and they're ensuring that the sport will be improving soon. Now, the full attention now with this man is the national team Sitlangwa Semnigati Master. Sitlangwa in Group D for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Cameroon, Libya, Mauritius, Angola and Cape Verde. First game against Libya tomorrow and Tuesday against Cape Verde. Simegupi Master, ngiyathi ukuthi uke wahlala nje wameditata ukuthi ma results atabanjani. What's your take?
Fabrice, imidlalo ekuhlungula yona indebe yemhlaba iyaqala kusasa njengoba usho ukuthi iyadlala elikhethelo lesive sihlangu semnikati izidlala nalo likhethelo lesive laseLibya. iLibya ifikile ke itolo khona eNingizimu Afrika. Sihlangu semnikati sahamba namuhla sasuka kuleli salibhekisa khona itolo salibhekisa khona eNingizimu Afrika. Siyakhumbula ke Fabrice ukuthi vele lona ngumdlalo wasekhaya kodwa ngumdlalo wasekhaya nje siudlalela khona kubomakhelwane siyothekela yona inkundla ngoba sine side lesezingeni noma lelifunwa ngiyo inhlangano lengamele yona umdlalo webhola lapha eAfrika. Kodwa nje Fabrice nawubuka labadlali labakhona netithombe tethu tiyasikhombisa kunebadlali lengicishe ngisho ukuthi at the moment ba exciting ku league ukhuluma ngabo Sizo Lwethu simbonile over the weekend ashalgole lihle bakhona boSikhali and info lenhle ke Fabrice khanya kezwe labe kune doubt ukuthi kungenteka ahambe nalo likhethelo lesive ayekhona eNingizimu Afrika. Ukhona bodokotela banike igreen light yena coach we national team ukuthi angadlala angaba fit. Ukhona Vusi lengicaba ukuthi naye kumba bana Highlanders at the moment udlala kahle kakhulu. Ngicaba ukuthi isifiso Mathe Ayoba incaptain kule national team uyaprove ukuthi kancane is that senior player lokhomba ku consistency kule team but nje overall Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi angeke ngize ngikhale mina because la kune badlali lengisho ukuthi basebancane bakhona bobongwa labasebancane exciting young players Fabrice for me yes Figueiredo because mhlawumbe kunemidlali namle ngicabanga ukuthi lodlala ezingeni lelisetulu compared to lelethu lapha ekhaya Eswatini. Justice Figueiredo bekubeka ukuthi akekho kodwa sibonile ukuthi namuhla uqalile kutilolonga nelicembu lakhe Richards Bay even naseNingizimu Afrika lebe kungenta vele ukuthi coach kube likhulu ukuthi ambide kanti bekuthiwe ulimele.
Score prediction for Friday mass before we close.
Kusasa against Libya. Ngicabanga ukuthi Fabrice against Libya likhethelo lesive sihlangu semnikati sitawuncoba ngamagoli amabili kulinye.
Ngoba Monday awuyinza Monday sihlala la kunema issues fune siyakhulumisa.
Manengi futhi
including lokuthi sidlala ekhaya but the team lesidlala nayo yafika kucala nathi. Iphinze yabhuka la besifune sibhuka khona.
Kanti sibona aba travel indlela lenze phela kumele baphumule.
Master sekhaya kuba bangenerane kuSisembomela sekhaya but bafika kucala kunathi. And information gathered is that where they booked is where we're supposed to be booked. And it's we knew when the qualification is coming, but we had to book on the last minute next door here. When the team coming from Libya had to book. Monday started on this show. It's going to be Eswatini. A lot of information that maybe we hope if they win, then it won't blame them, whoever that is in charge of this federation. We're not saying, we don't want the boys to win. We want them to win. But let's talk Monday because there's a lot to talk about. He has wished all the best the national team. He wished them 2 goals against Libya. Let's see how the story unfolds. But Monday, Eswatini, catch it live 9 p.m. on Eswatini TV. Until we meet again, the entire show, Eswatini TV. No Maganja, Sidala Gamnaz.